More power stations have been being attacked, by the way, which again is kind of like teetering on the edge of terrorism, kind of like I teeter on the edge of socialism. You know what I mean? Like, very strange things are happening at power stations in this country all the time now. And it's also weird because, like, the media usually covers it with, like, hey, it's like extremely targeted vandalism. And I feel like maybe it's not. It doesn't seem like it's just a little bit of vandalism. You know what I mean? It seems like, I don't know what is happening. Eco-terrorism? No, man, I don't think this is eco-terrorism. No, eco-terrorism is conducted on pipelines and shit, okay? With the express purpose of, well, it's not even done anymore. But back in the day, it used to be popping, okay? But eco-terrorism is when you target a fucking pipeline or you target the building of a new pipeline. You know what I mean? You don't just go to the fucking power grid. As a matter of fact, the power grids are not touched because no eco-terrorist is like trying to destroy civilization. They're not anarcho-primitivists. They don't want to make sure that hospitals don't have electricity. They want to stop new constructions from being built that relies on fossil fuel. Okay?
Overnight, 4 power substations in Washington state vandalized, including one found set ablaze overnight, knocking out power on Christmas. Zareen Shaw is following the latest developments. Zareen, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. Officials this morning are urgently searching for a suspect or suspects who vandalized 4 substations, creating a Christmas nightmare for 14,000 customers in Washington state yesterday, leaving people without power for much of the holiday. Officials
Kind of odd that they just keep saying just a brutal vandalization. Like, fuck you mean vandalized, dude? They didn't put graffiti on it. They didn't hit them with the... Yeah, they didn't hit him with the fucking, like, what do you call it? Whatchamacallit? They didn't hit him with the fucking tag. They didn't put, like, fucking, you know, Black Lives Matter... BLM rules, white people drool tag, you know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck right-wingers think, anarchists are doing all day, every day. No, they like blew it up or tried to stop it from operating. Domestic violent extremists and racially motivated extremists in the United States have been developing plans to attack the U.S. electric sector, according to an intelligence bulletin from the Department of Homeland Security. DVEs have developed credible specific plans to attack electricity infrastructure since at least 2020, identifying the electric grid as a particularly attractive target given its interdependency with other infrastructure sectors. This guy says, we've had really strong winds in Washington, so it's most likely just weather, to be honest. This motherfucker just did a must have been the wind. In real life, dude. You love seeing NPCs in the chat. He went, must have been the wind. In real life. There's bullet holes, motherfucker. What do you mean? Must have been the wind. Do you think the wind fucking blew away bullet holes into the fucking power grid? Oh, dude, that's awesome. Must have been the wind. I can't get over. Yeah, specifically in every Transformer. Yeah. Dude, you are like a 2008 video game NPC. If that's your analysis of the situation, dude. Also, it happened in North Carolina too. Like not that long ago, a couple months ago. What do you think happened there? Also strong winds, I guess, carrying bullets again?
At one of the
Wasn't it North Carolina? Where'd they do it again?
To find a fire that was set intentionally. At others, they say there was forced entry and equipment was vandalized, causing a power outage in the area.
Do investigators have any leads yet?
You know, right now it's unclear if this was a coordinated attack on the grid, but there were also multiple other recent attacks on power stations. 2 substations attacked in North Carolina just a few weeks ago that knocked out power for 100,000 residents, and 6 separate attacks on substations in Washington and Oregon in recent weeks, including on Thanksgiving Day. Now, even though we don't know what the motive was on those cases, the Department of Homeland Security warned earlier this year that domestic extremists could target the power grid. Mary?
Lots of questions there, Zareen. Thank you.
Organized wins, boys. That's what happened, I think. I hate it when those organized wins get together and and blow bullet holes into the transformers. Bot farm ain't even China anymore. Out here what takes like must have been the wind from the human. Yeah. Maybe, dude, maybe Train is right. Maybe I do have a lot of fucking botted views and botted chatters. I can't for the life of me understand how that was like a real thing that someone said. Okay, but honest question, what the fuck is the point of them doing this? Initially it was to stop drag parties, but now what? Just feral behavior? Sounds naive of a question, but I'm genuinely confused. Be any number of different reasons. Testing it out, you know what I mean? Testing out if they can get away with it. Trying to get others to also join in the fun across the fucking country. Because the grids are oftentimes interconnected. It did happen in North Carolina, South Carolina, I believe in Florida as well, maybe. And then now it's happening in Washington. You see it. Shatter was right. It was the wind. Oh, yeah. So, look, white supremacists expressed interest in wreaking havoc on the power grid if President Trump were to lose re-election in 2020. And last year, 4 men with ties to racially motivated extremists were charged with conspiracy to damage property of an energy facility in the United States after using assault-style rifles in an attempt to explode a power substation. The DHS intelligence suggests that domestic violent extremists will continue plot attacks against electrical infrastructure in the U.S. that may result in physical damage. Conversations from domestic violent extremists online in recent months have focused on encouraging lone wolf attacks, as well as attempts to inspire individuals with little or no training to go after electric infrastructure, including with firearms, improvised incendiary devices, hammers, and power saws. Nazis have been going sicko mode lately online. They were trying to convince anarchists online to derail trains during the strike talk. What? Happened in California in 2013. A team of gunmen with sniper rifles shot 17 transformers. No fingerprints on casings. Yeah, but I'm sure those weren't white guys.